is on the largest sniper tonight?
I'm shocked 200 held last night because they deposited that early.
Alright guys, I think we're ready. We should be good to go. Hopefully audio's coming through. And yeah, everybody on YouTube land, welcome to EMP.Money. This is our live daily AMA and detonator rollover and giveaway. So yeah guys, we'll see what holds up today. I think we're due for a big snipe. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm going to jump right into Detonator. Again, we're running a little bit late today, so we're on a bit of a time crunch. But let me go ahead and open it up. Oh, bear with me here, guys. Having some technical difficulties.
You take one day off, AJ, and everything falls apart. You just don't remember how to do anything.
I know, Bull. Tell me about it, brother. Oh my God. All right, we should be live. You guys, can you confirm you can see Detonator on YouTube? Man, never ending around here. So yeah, guys. Again, I took yesterday off, spent some time with the family. And we had a great AMA yesterday with the community, and about a 3-hour AMA earlier today for our European time zone. So yeah, thanks everybody for your patience and bearing with me. Again, I'm a project manager. I'm a a front end dev. I'm not a streamer, so I'm doing my best here to again put all the pieces together. So all right, guys, here's Detonator in all of its glory. Again, proving to be our crown jewel of the EMP ecosystem. Right now, our Detonator balance is at $38,934. I'm sorry, LPs. There's another 10 LP going in right there. So 38,952 LP, and that is about $3.7 million in US value, US dollar value. And yeah, this is our daily ROI contract. Again, for those of you that might be new, this is a way to deposit your EMP ETH LP tokens and receive a 365% return on that deposit. So the idea is that you want to compound more than you claim in the contract as well to build your position and again provide passive income for what we hope is years to come. It continues to grow. We should see again a new all-time high. Again, not a big sniper early, so there should be a lot of last-minute volume. Right now, the largest depositor is 22 LP. We've seen anywhere from 200 to 500 take it, and the largest depositor gets 1% of the overall pool. That's currently 389 LP, just over $37,000. And one random winner will also get 1% of the pool. Again, same amount, 389 LP, which is 37,000 US. And if you are the random winner, that is could be life-changing money. We do actually automatically compound those winnings for you. This is very important so that you're not able to dump on the community, but it's also extremely bullish for you as the winner because you're actually able to 365% ROI on that winning. So again, 37,000 turns into over 100,000 with the life of the contract. So yeah, that's a Detonator, and that's why, again, we've been seeing such amazing results with our PEG and our overall ecosystem. The market is dying, and we broke 40 million TVL again. ESHAREs are pushing up again at 2,300, and our total liquidity is over $17 million in liquidity. So things are just could not be better. While every other tomb fork and DeFi project is bleeding out, we're here all winning together. So yeah, amazing stuff. Bull, are you there? My co-host. Bull, Did I?
Yes,
Yeah,
Johnny,
brother.
I am here. I am here, Mr. Carson. What's going on today, man?
Yeah, right on, brother. I heard you were pretty busy today. We had a 3-hour AMA. Were you involved in that earlier today? Everything good on your end?
Yeah, I was. Luna's was really in Luna's type of form, and going into security and balance portfolios and balancing your real life, and all really good stuff that I think people should really take to heart in crypto, because we do tend to forget about our normal life, if you will. When you're so engrossed in a project, you really kind of forget about the real world, and you get away from your computer, and it's like 25 hours later, you've been sitting in front of your computer all day long, and looking at that chart or reading the telegram or something. So yeah,
Yes.
it was a really good AMA, because I think most of us, this type of thing has happened to us, where I don't know about you, but I came from the video game world, where it wasn't uncommon where you'd sit in front of your TV or computer and play a day in a row, and then next thing you know, it's the next day, and the things you were supposed to do you didn't do. And the same thing happens in crypto, and there's some power that these devices have over us. But
Yeah,
Luna's,
I resemble that remark, brother. Yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So Luna's just he went really deep on that, and I like it, because I think I kind of often say people need to recenter a little bit, and prioritize, and find that balance. And so I like those type of AMAs that are philosophical, and not about necessarily about money, but like how to do better in general in crypto, and how not to get so sucked in that you forget about everything else in your life.
Absolutely, brother. No, that's a great point. And again, that's the beauty about passive income platforms is you're able to
Yep.
basically set up a paycheck, like Couch likes to say, that again allows us to detach a little bit and live the lives that we want to live, and not have to be subject to demand, so to speak. So yeah, absolutely, brother. That's awesome. And speaking of security, I was going to mention it later, but it's a perfect time, and then we'll jump right in. We have 2 minutes left, so make sure you guys are compounding the last minute here. Get ready to snipe. But they are good friends over at Hydrowhales. They're running a cybersecurity workshop. So definitely, there's more info on their their Telegram, but their Discord. They're really more active on Discord, and we have a link on our Discord announcements as well to join over there. Some of their team members have master's degrees in cybersecurity, and they're doing a full-on workshop to again help protect their community, our community, and investors in DeFi as a whole. So again, if you're not really sure, we did a deep dive yesterday on security, but that would be a great opportunity for everybody to learn from some experts. So again, Hydrowhales, they've been a longtime partner of ours, and they're one of the good guys for sure. So go show them some love and support. But all right, awesome. And then yeah, after the rollover here in about 1 minute, we're gonna do a deep dive on our new ETH staking platform, new contract on EMP that we're really excited for. So all right, everybody, here we go. Make sure you're compounding last minute. Again, get credit for all those tickets. We have about 1 minute left. I'll do a 30-second countdown. And yeah, good luck. If you are a winner, make sure you join us live. We'd love to hear from you. I know one of the snipers yesterday was a longtime community member. I'm not going to dock who it was, but it was their first win. So that was exciting for them. And yeah, hopefully we can celebrate some lottery winners as well. Oh, boom. There's a good snipe right there. 144. I like that. Let's see if that holds up. We'll see. We got about 30 seconds left. So already the contract balance is looking great. About 400 LP in the last 10 minutes. And everything looking great. Alright guys, 30 seconds. Good luck everyone. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Here we go. Make sure to up your gas. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Is 144 gonna take it?
Looks like it.
147.29.
Oh man, right at the end, 147. Looks like it went through. Let me go ahead and refresh.
No, 144
1 second
won,
late.
147 was late.
Yes, you're
Yeah, 1
right.
second late.
Wow. There you go, guys. That's why you always got to be careful. Everybody says, make your first shot your best shot, but you got to play with fire if you're waiting until the end too. So, all right, let me go ahead and refresh. Wow, there you have it, guys. So, yeah, it looks like 144 took it for yesterday, and then the 147 was late on the rollover, so that's why we're seeing it applied today. So let's see if that 147 holds up. I don't know. That 24-hour sweat, that's a tough one. So, but yeah, the contract balance again looking extremely healthy. Those that don't claim or compound, those rewards also roll over. So now we're at again either an all-time high or second all-time high of 39,469 LP, just under $3.8 million in the detonator contract. We're getting awfully close to 2,000 total users. So we should break that today. I hope. So we'll see. But yeah, so congrats. If anybody won the lottery, feel free to jump on. Anyone? All right.
I'll just quickly say that if that 147 doesn't hold up, the silver lining is they're going to be able to withdraw $51,000. So
yeah,
because of the 365.
Yep,
Remember,
absolutely.
it's lossless.
Absolutely. So yeah, I know. Again, everybody says, well, if you get out sniped, you got wrecked. It's like, not really. I mean, again, we are here to provide an opportunity. Yeah, it would be great, if you won the lottery or the largest prize, but that's the risk that you take. And it's really, really important for the gamification of our system to incentivize that daily volume. So again, don't be disheartened if you do lose. I know I've been there for sure, and I know you don't want to hear that now, but over the long run, again, you're still able to ROI on your deposit just like everybody else. So yeah, the whales help us all again grow, and we need to be thankful for them. And that's why again we give our lottery winner the same exact prize as what the whales get. So we have an equal opportunity for those that again just participate. So all right, anything you want to add about Detonator, Bull, before I move on to the big news?
No, nothing hasn't already been said. It's the best ROI contract around. Nothing better, nothing close. Everybody wants it. We have it.
Exactly, brother. I love it. And yeah, again, for those of you, again, there's some discussion over on Discord. Our detonator contract and nodes, because nodes are a stripped down version of how detonator works. Both of those contracts are closed source. And again, I mean, it may be a FUD avenue, but we've proven ourselves to be transparent and trustworthy. And really, it's not only is it because it's proprietary, just like Bull said. I mean, I get emails daily on huge projects that are offering to buy Detonator from us, and we turned down them all because it would have to be a substantial amount of money for the amount of value that it brings. So not only is it closed source to protect all of us in being, the first mover, but it's also for security purposes. So again, we don't want any unnecessary attack vectors or exploits. So that's the reason both of those are closed source. And we are looking into a full audit. We already have an audit from OXGuard and RugDoc, but we are looking at a larger scale audit. The problem is that audits are just not what they used to be. I mean, Certicay, Paladin, I mean, you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for these audits, and then they still don't go over a lot of the vulnerabilities. So we're looking for a team that we can really get behind and trust in the audit process. And once we find that, we're more than happy to put up the money to, again, have a full audit. Our base code is from Tomb, and again, that has not been exploited. The original exploit in Tomb, we actually forked out. So we've done everything we possibly can to, again, provide transparency and security to our platform. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into the new. All right, let me see if it'll pull up here. All right, here it is. Let me refresh. So the contract went live as soon as we Detonator rolled over today, and this is our Ethereum staking contract. So you can read more about it in the details below or in our posts on Telegram and Discord. I'm going to go ahead and do a light paper for it as well that will be on our docs section that will be live later today. But I wanted to go over it real fast while, again, we're all here, and for those of you on YouTube, they can see the screen. For those of you on Telegram, pull up the staking link. So this is our Ethereum 3.0. We're calling it the Ethereum 3.0 staking contract. And what it does is it allows us to wield our treasury for good. So what we're offering is a 19% return on straight Ethereum in and Ethereum out. So you would deposit your Ethereum, and within 90 days you would receive 19% more on your Ethereum as it is. So that's about 76% APR and 100% APY when you include the compounded rewards. So we're going to have different 3-month windows for a total of 4. Again, we're calling them earning period, so it'll be an entire year. And if you participate in all 4 cycles, then you can literally earn 100% on your Ethereum in 1 year. So, you know, you deposit 10 ETH, you get 20 ETH back, 100% ROI. So what we do in the background is, and again, this is us being fully transparent. There's no smoke and mirrors. You know, there's no trading bot that we, that we have or don't have, that we say we have. This is legit math at work that will also bolster our treasury. And what we do is we take this Ethereum and we pair it up with the actual EMP that the treasury already owns. So now we're able to farm our own share liquidity farms at basically half price, because we already own the EMP side. And what this does is it allows us to control the emissions and have a larger share of the emissions to actually raise the price of EMP and ESHARE over time. So again, there may be a little bit of a dilution in the beginning, but we make up for that on being able to actually control the amount of emissions that we have. So again, this is an amazing opportunity to earn on your ETH, and it's also an amazing way to help us bolster our treasury. Again, at the end of the year cycle, we should have a massive treasury of our own by doing this. And with a major treasury, we can, again, support the price of EMP. We can support the price of ESHARE. We can, make sure Detonator is solvent. We can, add to nodes. I mean, whatever we need to do. And now the value of our platform is also backed by real-world assets that are in our treasury. So, yeah, we're really excited about it. It's pretty straightforward. I mean, there's not a lot going on. It's just another way for everybody to earn while simultaneously helping the protocol. So we opened up a whitelist. The deposit window is 5 days. Again, it just started. It will end on Saturday, 12 a.m. UTC. The first 3 days are open to our whitelist participants. Again, those that contributed 10 ETH or more, or are good actors in our system, we wanted to make sure they had the first opportunity to deposit and to be involved, because once we reach our 2,000 Ethereum maximum, then there is no more room for investment. So there is a hard cap on the contract, and so again, you don't get any more returns monetarily by being in early, but it does benefit you being in early to guarantee that you have a spot. So after that, we open it up to the public on the fourth day, and you'll have another 24 hours for all of you, again, the general public and the rest of our community, to be able to deposit ETH, and there is no minimums on that. So get your ETH ready. We'll do another countdown for when that opens, and then after that, all the funds are locked, and we wait 90 days and get your returns as once it unlocks. So, all right, I hope that kind of sums it up. Bull, you want to go over anything on that, or something maybe I skimmed over?
No, well, of course, I always have stuff to say. I have a big mouth.
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, so, the couch says there's 10 ways to earn in the system, and that's true. But I often say that there are multiple ways to invest in your investment, right? Like, by being a good actor and spreading across the system and being in all parts of the EMP ecosystem is a fantastic way to, strengthen and invest in your investment. Getting in the forums, be it Discord or in our Telegram channel, or going over to other forums and being polite and telling them about EMP. That is a way to invest in your investment. This, by the looks of it, the staking contract is another way to invest in your investment, because something that I've heard since day one, since I've been here, is that the 6 Genesis whales have had our back and have protected this ecosystem from day one, because I've seen a lot of these algo projects fail because they're just ATM machines for their friends. And by all accounts, these 6 guys here have gone over and above to protect this ecosystem and help it grow. And most of these platforms don't make it past 2 weeks at best. Here we are on 115 days, I think, and this thing is just priming up, for its moon mission, if you will. And I love this contract because it is just another way that you can invest in your investment. Invest in your investment. Yeah, it's different, it's innovative, but when we've heard like AJ talk about it, or Mike, that using the Treasury to protect the ecosystem and to grow, and I guess I've spoken about this too, but the idea that the Treasury wielding itself as a good actor helps protect and grow the ecosystem. So I love this idea, because I look at it like, I think, I want the Treasury to be the best acting participant in the system, because it wants to grow itself. And when it can grow and utilize itself in the best way possible, we are all going to be beneficiaries, because we're in the same boat. And that doesn't matter if you're little or big or in between. Everybody in this boat will benefit from a strong Treasury, because we know these guys have our back. We know that they're going to do the best thing for the ecosystem, which is going to be the best thing for us. So, yeah.
Absolutely, Bull. Well said, brother. And again, I mean, Jake, our wizard dev, again, this is another contract that he has built from the ground up. We've been doing multiple test nets over the last 2 weeks. Again, there's a lot of work being done behind the scenes. It is a smart contract, so you can rest assured, it's not sending it to some random wallet. Everything is on chain and verifiable. Again, we just we're excited to be able to offer yet another avenue for earning that also bolsters the Treasury. And again, I mean, maybe you could use that ETH to risk it on a moon play, but with as you again follow the whales, the whale mentality, as you accumulate wealth, the idea is that you want to protect that wealth. So you may not go for the, 2, 3, 10, 100 X's. You go for the lower risk plays, that have, and it's crypto, so nothing is guaranteed, but you go for the plays that are as guaranteed as they can be. And this play is very low risk. I mean, again, because EMP and ETH are algorithmically pegged, you're really not going to be subject to any impermanent loss. Even if ETH became decoupled, from EMP, we have some circuit breakers in the contract to, again, mitigate any of that loss. And we are offering the 19% within 3 months as a fixed APR. A lot of other projects have this similar, single asset staking, but their APRs are all variable. So if it goes down, if the market turns down and, or they mismanage funds, then all they do is just lower the APR. And because it's variable, you can't really count on what you're going to be getting back. So again, between all of that, we are the industry leader in this. And I mean, you get about 50 times, 50 times the return on something like this than going into like an ETH validator on mainnet. So we are going to start targeting, again, more ETH whales on mainnet. This is the first iteration of this contract using BEP20 ETH, but we do have plans on doing some sort of bridge for those that are on mainnet that would want to participate if we even have availability by then. So this is just proof of concept and getting it going, and then we can even build further on this contract alone. So just remember that it is locked up for 90 days. You do not have access to that capital. There will be an emergency withdrawal function, but that's a 50% tax. So do not do that unless it's an absolute emergency. Again, if you're going to deposit when we go to the public round, make sure that you don't need to have access to that ETH. So, yeah, and we'll go farther into it. Again, the first 3 days is our whitelist, and then we'll open it up to the general public, and we'll do a whole nother AMA on that so that everybody is prepared. So, but yeah, I think that pretty much wraps that up. Again, for this, I'm happy to move right into questions. With this contract, we also have some amazing coverage coming. Again, James Pelton, one of our long-term influencers, he's doing a dedicated video on this contract alone, as well as an update on the platform. SK Crypto K, another one of our great friends, will be doing another follow video, and as well as our very own Crypto Mike will be doing an update video as well. But they'll all be pushing this Ethereum contract specifically. So again, if you have any whale friends, tell them what's up, invite them over. We'd love to have them. And once we hit that 2,000 ETH maximum, that's it. So, and if we do reach that maximum, I mean, it could almost double our TVL from where we are right now. So just think about that. I mean, it's so bullish overall, and no other protocol has been able to implement something like this successfully. So we are continuing to innovate and move forward. So, all right, I'm gonna open it up to questions. Bull, will you make sure you help me in the comments? And
yeah, of course,
yep.
Of course.
All right,
of course.
Let me go.
I do have one thing to say. Two things actually.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
So in relation like to this contract, something that just came to me was that, when this project launched, there were a lot of people that fudded on Jake and the detonator, and now look, everybody wants it. There's people that were fudding on nodes, and look at what nodes have done for pegging. We've been on a peg wave for almost 40 some days. I think we've missed 4 epochs in 40 some days. I don't think any other project out there can make that claim. And now here's another contract that's innovating, like you just said. What is this going to bring, to the ecosystem? My belief is it's going to bring more success, just like those 2 other products. It's a unique It's a unique product, in a seigniorage project that it could stand alone, but here it is, plugged into the ecosystem, protecting and investing in everybody's investment here, and then, innovating and then bringing eyes, like you said, in terms of YouTubers and influencers to talk about this. And it's not just, it's not just one thing. It's not just two things. Everything in the community here is special and innovative, and something really, fantastic is being built here. And I'm super excited to be part of that. And I'm so excited. Actually, I forgot the second thing I was going to say. So, but I will help you with. I'll look for people that are asking questions, man.
All right, Bull, awesome. And yeah, bro, you brought up a great point. Again, I want to take a moment right now and just give a huge shout out to Jake, man. Jake, our developer, he's doing all the heavy lifting on all of this. Like Paul said, there was FUD in the beginning. It's like, what did I say? It's like, in the beginning, people hate you, and then, they want to be you. I think Michael Jordan or somebody said something like that. Again, forgive me for butchering that. But that's the point is that, again, Jake has really, proven himself, and the rest of the team. I mean, we all have our specialties and what we bring to the table, and, we really do have the dream team in place, that have really put together what we have. And, the people that were not part of that vision and not part of that, dream team, they were dead weight, and we got rid of them, and now we're moving on. So again, I think it's really, really bullish that we've, again, proven ourselves, so to speak, with what we've done and will continue to do. And yeah, like both said, I mean, literally, I get emails every day of people that say, hey, let's partner on Detonator. That you guys have no idea how valuable that code is. Yeah, people want it. So that's should be really bullish for the long-term sentiment of what we're doing. So, all right, sorry, just shout out to Jake. I want to give him some love. So, and he is here. If anybody has specific questions for him, he may be able to jump on. We're again just monitoring things because this is a launch, but everything looks good so far. So, all right, questions? Yeah, go ahead, Bull. Yeah.
Yeah. Pro Degen had his hand raised, so he or she. So I unmuted them, so they're good to go.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Pro, how are you, brother? Go ahead.
Hey, man. So, I just wanted to give you guys a shout out. I was following the project for a couple weeks before I decided to degen in. And I'm actually really happy with the results. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of capital at the moment, but I can see the value increasing every day while I'm following the recommended strategy pretty much.
For sure, brother.
And even though it's just like a little amount at a time, you can totally tell like over time how much that's gonna like have an impact over the longevity of it. But this is like a very small suggestion. Like it's nothing like major.
For sure. Yeah, go ahead.
But I think if you look at I mentioned it before, but I don't think it's not like something that like everyone is gonna want or love per se. It's more of an aesthetic kind of thing. I'm an aesthetic person. I love visuals and things like that. But if you look at the MetaMask tokens, like in your wallet or even on the BSC scan page, you'll see like our tokens are they got these little default icons, right?
For sure.
Whereas like the ETH and the BNB have their their symbol already on there. But what you could do is I know that there's a way for the developers to go in to the contract and put the logos, and then that'll actually show up in our MetaMask as well. So like I said, it's not like huge.
Yeah, bro. So
something that might help with the aesthetic.
Yeah, no doubt. Bro, I'm with you 100%, but it's not something that the devs can just go in and do. It's actually through Trust Wallet. And again, it's based on how many holders the token has, and then we have to submit to Trust Wallet to be approved. But absolutely, bro, we're on it. I mean, we're doing it. As soon as they approve it, then it'll show up on PancakeSwap, and I think MetaMask as well. Like you said, I'm not sure if it does integrate with MetaMask, but it'll definitely show up on BSC Scan and Pancake. So yeah, no, that's a good suggestion, and we're on it, man. If we could do it faster, we would, but it's in the hands of Trust Wallet.
Oh no, man. Like you guys are killing it, man. I'm a patient guy, and I understand the importance of being patient in life in general. So I just I appreciate you guys, and keep up the good work, man. You are doing a hell of a job.
Thanks, bro. We appreciate it, man. Glad to hear from you,
this
man.
project is literally a blue chip waiting to happen. Like seriously, like people just don't understand. So,
I love it, bro. That's bullish. Yeah. That's what I like to hear. That's what I think too. But again, man, I'm a little biased. But yeah, brother, no doubt. Well, thanks for jumping on, man. Great to hear from you. And Jake, yeah, bro. I don't know if you can chime in. Can you add to that? I think I said it right, but it's Trust Wallet, right, brother?
It's Trust Wallet. Yeah. Sorry for the echo, by the way. For some reason, whenever I am, picks up everyone's voices. But yeah, no, it's through Trust Wallet, at least for PancakeSwap and most exchanges. MetaMask I'd have to double check on, but last I looked, it was through Trust Wallet also, which is strange. But that's the way it was. And yeah, so one of the requirements for Trust Wallet and getting our logo basically imported into their token repository is that we need 10,000 holders. Now, this is a new requirement because I've done it in the past for previous projects. So I'm not sure how stringent it is. Currently, we're sitting at 2,000 holders, so we're still quite a ways off. But I have seen tokens that are not nearly, bigger or have as many holders as that 10,000 requirement get listed. Not sure when it was, though, so I need to look further into that. But if anyone knows any further information, we'd appreciate it. I know that there are ways around it. Like I can write a script and we could get a bot to send 0.1 EMP to 1,000 new wallets or something, or airdrop contracts or of the sort. But it's just it's a risk too, because I forget the pricing. It was pretty expensive from what I recall. And if they decide not to approve you, you don't get a refund. So it's very kind of scummy in that regard. Crypto.
I see. I see.
We're working on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. And I also I saw that MetaMask actually has a support area for the developers for adding tokens. I noticed that, so you can check that out as well. Like I said, take your time. Those things are far less important than what you are doing right now. So.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll check it out. Appreciate that.
Awesome. Yeah, guys. And there you go. That's another reason to, again, let's get our holder count up. Make sure you're doing your part, Again, we're not here to shill and be moon boys, but, as you see your investment grow and, you believe in the long-term vision, then maybe you want to, spread the word a little bit. I mean, that helps us. That helps your bags. And again, I mean, it's just code on the internet. Don't expect any profit from us, the work of others, but again, help yourself by helping your own bags. So awesome. All right, bro. Thanks, bro.
That's right, AJ. Invest in your investment, baby.
Yeah.
We got a question here in the channel. It said from Hubert H, I think, is 10F the minimum needed for the contract, or what are the requirements, AJ?
Yeah, so one more time, Bull. I'm sorry, you're breaking up, brother. What are the requirements?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, so with the new ETH contract, you need a minimum of 10 ETH. Question mark.
Yeah, so, okay, awesome. Yeah, I'll go over that again. So, we opened up our whitelist, which essentially just means that you have early access to deposit to our VIPs. And some other good actors in our ecosystem. And again, this is why we opened up the VIP list about 2 weeks ago. and had you submit your wallet so that we could really track and see, who is a good actor. And that doesn't mean not taking profits. I mean, everybody's here to take profits. We're not. It's not about that. It's just about making sure, that you're doing it responsibly, that you're participating in the ecosystem, the way we recommend. And yeah, so those VIP members got access, which may have been less than 10 ETH, or other good actors that again are personal connections of mine, or other VC investors that I have relationships with. If you had 10 ETH, you were able to get in as well. Now that isn't a minimum moving forward. That was just to get you access to the contract early, so to speak, and guarantee your spot. Because again, we have a hard cap, so we didn't want to just let it be a free for all. Because then those people that have supported us don't get first access. So this is our way of, again, rewarding those. We'll always give first opportunities to our VIP members, to our Army members, those that go above and beyond to help the protocol. Naturally, they should be the ones that have first access. So that's where the whole 10 ETH thing came from. But after the third day, which again, we'll do another countdown. It should be this coming Thursday. We'll have it'll be open to the public, and then anybody in the community can deposit ETH, or anybody in DeFi can deposit ETH. And those there are no minimums with that. I think the minimum is like 0.005 ETH. So as long as you're contributing, again, at least probably 50 bucks, you should be able to get in. So yeah, hopefully that answers that.
Next question from Vino Mystic, and they're raising their hand, so they're on voice.
All right, yep, go ahead.
You're muted, Vino Mystic.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. This is my first time on an AMA. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, Vino, welcome, brother. Yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Thank you. First off, I'd like to congratulate you and the team on capturing 40 million TVL. That's actually really impressive.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, man, we're back over it today. Again, our all-time high was about 45, but the market is still bleeding out. I mean, ETH is under 3K. I mean, once we bounce back over 3K, the TVL is going to just fucking skyrocket. So, yeah, absolutely.
I think a lot of people are sleeping on that, and I totally agree with that.
Yeah, totally, brother.
I do have a couple questions for you in regards to a couple different things within the protocol, just to get a little more clarity. And
Absolutely.
The first one that I want to start off with is the incentive to add liquidity in the farming tab. What happens after the ESHARE emissions quit next year? Is that something that the new staking contract will provide a yield for, or perhaps the Treasury will be used to purchase ESHARE and redistribute, or how does that work after ESHARE emissions quit?
Yeah, Vino, great question, brother. So yeah, we again, we have a 10-year roadmap, so we're already planning for all of this. We wrote the code to be really flexible. So let me answer a few of your questions. So right now, again, the more higher level overview is eShares are set to stop emissions January of this coming year. Now, we purposely designed the eShare maximum supply to be 1/3 of what every other share protocol is. Like, for instance, Tomb, their share token is 75,000, where ours is just under 25,000. So what this means is we actually would have the option to extend eShare emissions for another year, and that wouldn't really negatively impact the price, because we're still or at that point would be 2/3 of what of T-Share is Tomb's token, and I mean that token reached about $20,000 at its height. So again, the inherent value of eShare will still be there. It will always be part of our governance. So we feel like even extending it would not be a big deal. But that's, again, I'm just hypothetically speaking. We haven't made a decision on that yet. But that would be the short-term answer. The long-term answer is if we do end up just stopping eShares, then yeah, exactly what you said. That's when the Treasury takes over, and that's why it's so important that we launched this ETH contract today, because the idea is the Treasury will be able to become so powerful and grow so much that through hypothecation and other yield-producing mechanisms, the Treasury actually produces new yield on its own. And so at that point, we would be able to have an EMP or an eShare contract where, you would stake that EMP or eShare to actually produce a yield for you, so in other words, you make more money holding EMP than you would by selling it. So those are just some high level ideas. Again, I mean, a use case is huge. We would develop more use cases for EMP and eShare because, again, the more use cases, the more inherent value the token has. So yeah, brother, I hope that helps. That's kind of some higher level overviews. I can't really get too specific until we're ready to roll that out, but did that help, brother?
Yeah, absolutely, it did. And well, I still got the mic here. I got just a couple more questions.
For sure, yeah.
Like I said, for clarity.
Bro. Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll let you run away with the answers for sure, however long it takes.
Right.
But I just wanted to talk about the detonator. You guys have 1% of the pool total allocated to the largest depositor, but you've also got 1% delegated to a random winner of the lottery. I've gone over all of the different taxes and everything else. Is that going to be sustainable in the long term to distribute 2% of the total pool, or will you guys have to adjust some things on the fly? Like maybe we'll just say the multiplier in the detonator, or what's kind of your thought behind that?
Absolutely, brother. So yeah, the 2% essentially daily, that is the leak, for lack of a better word. I mean that is really protected by the growth of the contract to begin with. So again, like you said, you sound very educated, and again, you've done your research and you see the math behind it. So the idea is that we outpace that liquidity leak with growth. And then we can transition into kind of a second phase, if you will, that we've already kind of alluded to, and we've been toying around with some ideas that would actually even make the contract even more fair. And that would include maybe rewarding more than one lottery winner and incentivizing daily volume from whales in even other ways. We have a lot of levers that we can pull with Detonator, and again, I mean, it may require migrating or updating the contract, but that's like a 1 hour downtime, and you the funds are SAFU, it doesn't require you to do anything other than to approve the contract all over again. But yeah, I mean, the idea is that we transition into a more sustainable model, and even as it is, man, the math is really working out incredible. To really, even if we just let it run the way it is, we could see years and years of longevity out of it. And you hit the nail on the head with the multiplier as well. So the multiplier is really powerful. I mean, God forbid we see, a sustained period of detonator draining and the pool balance going down over, say, multiple weeks. Then we can implement this multiplier that, again, would incentivize new deposits and, help the contract to grow yet again. And as long as you're compounding more than you're claiming, like we've said all along, then that won't hurt you at all. What it will do is if you're just straight claiming every day, and then we implement the multiplier, then you get diluted a little bit faster. So and the multiplier has been really important that we haven't implemented it already. A lot of other contracts that have that multiplier mechanic, they start it from day one. And what that does is it's overkill. I mean, the contract is growing already in the beginning, so if you have a multiplier on top, it just dilutes the hell out of everybody that's already in. And again, we've seen that in some really popular contracts where the dilution just gets out of control, and now even if you're compounding, you're not making anything. So yeah, we've addressed all that. So does that answer it, Vino?
Yeah, absolutely. You went above and beyond what I was expecting, for sure.
Awesome,
I
brother.
appreciate not only your time each and every day for the AMAs, but just the transparency on all of this.
Yeah, bro. No, I love great questions. I appreciate the
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to
constructive
ask the right
questions.
questions.
Yeah, bro.
you know.
That's half the battle.
So my last and final question here, and then I'll let you get on with the rest of the people here, because I'm sure there's others that are wanting to ask questions. Whenever it comes to dev fees, obviously you want to compensate the people that are applying their knowledge and everything to write contracts, boot the front end, and make it all talk and work together.
For sure.
How do you compensate your team? Yeah, and you don't have to go into specifics at all, but is the team paid out with EMP, ESHARE, WETH, or LP tokens, or is this something where the back end, the Treasury, is yield farming, and you use those rewards to pay the team so you don't hurt the core ecosystem?
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Another awesome question. So yeah, I mean, we made a pledge to each other as founders and the immediate team members. There's 6 of us, and Jake included. That again, we were never going to dump on our community. We were never going to take profits. We were never going to sell, native assets and bring it outside the platform. Now we may take profits on pumps of EMP, especially the Treasury. When we were, skyrocketing, it's only healthy to take profits on EMP so that we have the capital and the cash to, again, facilitate buybacks or support PEG. And there is a 1% dev fee from Detonator. And Jake, again, our main developer, and the rest of the team as well. We get a very, very small emission of eShares, but that's really bullish for everybody else. And again, I mean, we're talking super small, like, less than 2 a week for the whole team. So, and what that does is it incentivizes us as the team and Jake as the developer, to continue with the project, because there's only a certain amount of eShare that's even emitted to us. So again, we're, what do they say? When you have work done on your house, you never pay the contractor up front. You want to pay them on the back end, because that incentivizes them to get shit done. So again, not only are we independently wealthy and really, it's not really about the money for a lot of us, really all of us. It's about the community. And I know that that's easy for me to say, but I think our actions have proven that. But even if we did start, using the eShare as profits for the team, it's very, very little, and it's over the entire contract. So there's no way that we can, tank the price or dump, especially, with $17 million of liquidity and the eShare BNB pool growing every day. So yeah, does that answer, Vino? I'm happy to dive in more on that if you want me to.
Yeah. No, I think you covered all the bases. I think I got what I needed. I may hop on another one of these AMAs if I come up with something funky to ask. But
yeah, brother.
No, I think you covered it all, and I appreciate your time, and I look forward to the other questions that the community has to ask.
For sure, man, no doubt. And again, I mean, a lot of our Treasury contracts and any of the liquid EMP, I mean, my team wallet is doxed. Again, I show it every day on the Detonator. So, yeah, I mean, we're fully transparent. And again, we may take profits in EMP, but that's only to build, the liquidity pair. It's not to bring capital outside of the ecosystem. And it's another reason why we've been doing so great. I mean, I know for an absolute fact that a lot of other protocols are selling their native tokens to, pay the dev fees, to pay for, offices. I mean, pay for things that, in my mind, are very wasteful. And again, that's why we've been above peg so long. And yeah, I mean, when we're at 100 million TVL or a billion TVL, that's when the team, can maybe sell, 0.1% of their holdings and not even have a blip on the radar, and still get paid for their efforts. So yeah, I mean, we're doing everything responsibly, and making sure that the protocol can withstand any of that profit taking, if it even happens. I mean, for me, like I said, I'm independently wealthy. If anything, I'm putting more money into EMP, because I'm so bullish. So yeah, I hope that gives everybody some confidence. And yeah, and Beefy, that was one last thing. So in order for us to be involved with Beefy, they did like a miniature audit on us. Again, it was like a week-long process. Jake, the developer, I mean, we had to put all of our Treasury wallets and dev wallets behind time lock. So again, even if somebody was a bad actor, you'd be able to see that money moving around within 24 hours, before anything would ever happen on the market. So again, the fact that Beefy made us go through all of that, to even be on their platform, should be another confidence booster for all of you. So
And where does EMP sit in ranking for algo projects on Beefy?
on Binance, I think we're number one on BSC, and I think that we're closing in on, I know for sure top five, if not top two or three, in on every chain. So yeah, I mean it's looking really really incredible. I mean Jesus, on Yield Wolf, the Yield Wolf auto vault, we have like literally half of their TVL in the entire platform. It's just insane. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Bullish. I'm bullish.
yeah, I love it, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, yeah,
That's
yeah.
all the questions that I had this evening, but I may be back with more. I appreciate you and your time and your transparency, not just from you, but the entire team.
Thanks, Vino. Yeah, bro. I love having you on. And again, it's not about it's about asking the right questions, like you said. I think that's really helpful to the community overall, and it's why we do these AMAs. Because again, I mean, I want to be I want to help educate. I want to be transparent. I want to. There's no questions off the table. It's just make sure you're asked the right questions, and have constructive feedback for us. That's all I ask. So yeah, thanks, Vino. Great to hear from you, and hopefully you're become a regular.
Right on, for sure. I hope one day I will be. You just need to get some more money in the protocol.
Yeah, no doubt, brother. Awesome. All right, cool.
Take
Yeah.
it easy.
All right, brother. You too. All right, Bill. We have time for a few more. Is there more you want to ask? Go for it, bro.
No,
I'm looking right now.
You guys go to the next person.
All right, thanks,
I've
Vino.
got one when you're ready.
Oh, Kirk. Yeah, I hear Kirk. Your volume's real low, brother. I don't know if
Is it? Let's see. How do I fix that?
We can't hear you, Kirk.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to fix.
I could pretend to be like my grandpa did and just pretend he can't hear people, and I know he can.
yeah.
Is that any Is that any better?
Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay. Short questions anyway.
Okay.
I've got two. The first one is I think a lot of people saw, and I did, the video that Stephanie did recently on the 5-year plan. And in the first section of it, the short-term stuff, she was talking about, and you've talked about it before too, introducing a moon locker. And I was asking in the chat if anybody knew, because her description of it sounded very much like a node, and I was curious if you could explain maybe just at high level what the difference is.
Yeah, no doubt, Kurt. So again, bro, I love it. You guys are all little detectives in your own right. Yeah. So a moonlogger is slang for a node. So yeah, brother, that just it's something that we didn't update on the old videos. That was when we were still trying to really figure out what direction we wanted to go with nodes. But it is the same concept. And again, we do have plans on doing another quote unquote moonlocker that would actually deal with like stable yield. So in other words, like maybe locking up EMP and then getting some sort of BUSD in return. So it still applies to the roadmap, but in what you're discussing, that was when we were again getting ready to launch nodes. So yeah, bro, you figured it out.
Oh,
Yeah, you're on
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And then the other question was about the new contract, and I was just curious that I think you said that there are going to be basically 4 quarters. Terms will be 90 days, and then people will be able to take out when those rollover events are happening. Will people be able to come back in? So in other words, is it 2,000 ETH every lock period?
Yeah, so that's an awesome question, Kurt. Again, we probably will end up increasing the cap slightly. Again, it really depends on how much how much EMP is in our treasury at any given time. But the idea is during those again, there'll be a 5-day rollover period where those that are already in the protocol will have first right of refusal to compound their profits back in. And again, if everybody does that, then there will be no new opportunity for investment. That's why it's really important that you get in early and you get in with as much as you can afford or as much as you're comfortable with. Because again, as long as you're in the first round, then you're essentially guaranteed for the consecutive rounds. But again, if people take profits and withdraw, then there'll be more room for everybody else to get in. And again, you're after that 90-day window, you can again withdraw with your interest, or you can compound. And again, with the APY of actually compounding, your earnings, it's a 100% return in 1 year, which is really really powerful. So. And if you again say you forget and you put it in there and you forget again, I never suggest anybody does that. But if your ETH was in there and you for whatever reason missed that rollover, then it's automatically compounded back in for you for another 90 days. So you're not negatively impacted from that. Again, just as a security measure for everybody getting in. So.
Okay, but structurally, let's just take the scenario that you sell out and you all 2,000 ETH is committed in the first round, and then you get into the rollover period, and 80 whatever, let's say out of that 2,000, 1,800 ETH gets recommitted for the second round, and so there's a window of 200 ETH. Is that just a free-for-all? How do we know when that's coming?
It will be, yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Jake.
I can step in there. Yeah. So, there are variables in the contract. So, how it works technically is if people were to claim their principal and their interest, then it's going to deduct their principal from the total amount deposited that you see in the top right in the UI. And then, yes, it will be essentially like a free-for-all up to the maximum again, to which it will stop allowing more ETH to come in. And again, we can always raise that max cap when necessary. So say that we're sitting at a 2,000 max, and then after when the second lock period opens up, or unlock period rather, there's only 10 ETH that are claimed and not redeposited, then we'll heavily consider at that point. We'd probably increase the cap just to allow fresh capital to come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
But again, that's all undecided at this point in time, and it does depend on the EMP balance of the Treasury and a couple other things.
Yep, for sure.
Okay, not to harp on it, but let me just curious. So
Yeah.
what you're saying is, if somebody takes the forward action of saying, okay, I got my 19% for the first quarter, I need to do something else with my money, so I'm pulling it out. So once they do that, then is that a function of the smart contract? Meaning the minute they do that, it'll show up on the UI as available?
That's correct.
Yes, that is correct. And
Okay, cool.
yeah, I was just gonna add to that. So yeah, there'll be a countdown just like there was. I mean, you'll be able to know when it happens, and I mean, yeah, I mean, it is kind of a free for all, for lack of a better word. But again, you know, if we need to increase it, we will, and we plan on increasing it. Actually, it depends on how much EMP is actually in the protocol. But I would say at a minimum, we're gonna increase the cap by 19%. Every 3 months, because again, that would mean even if everybody in the contract decided to compound, which is unlikely, but if that happens, then we'll have enough EMP to be able to pair up and honor that. So yeah, does that make sense, Kurt?
Yeah, all of it makes sense. I just really was getting to the ultimate point of, it sounds like overall I may have to stalk that page during the 5 days to see, you know, what comes available, because you would basically it would just be luck, if I'm understanding it. If you happen to be on the page and saw that there was some new ETH available, if you wanted it, you would have to be there at the right time to grab it.
For sure.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not super complicated either. Like, if you're in it, you're in it. You don't have to manually compound. Like, you don't have to say that you got in the first 5-day window and the second 5-day window opens up after the 90 days. You don't have to claim your ETH rewards and principal back. You can just leave it in there, and it'll automatically be recompounded in for the next lock period. And then whatever you want to fully get out and exit, that's when you actually interact with it again and take out your principal and interest.
Right, totally understand. I'm just talking about somebody who either A, was in the first round and wanted to get more in the next round, or B, somebody that was trying to get in new.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to whatever's available.
For sure.
Cool. Got
Yep.
it.
And that plays into the game theory again, Kurt. I know, you know, as much as it sucks, we want everybody there waiting at the contract to see who pulls out. And I mean, what a great problem to have, as far as the health of the ecosystem. You know,
I love
yeah,
it. I love it. It's amazing. And also, it could happen at any time of the day, not midnight UTC.
Right. Yes, exactly, brother. Again, no more rollover issues. So yeah, absolutely, bro. And again, I mean, that's why we really are trying to encourage, and again, not financial advice, never invest more than you can afford to lose. But that's why it's really important that if you want to be part of this contract, that, you know, you get in on this first round when we open it up to the public. And again, I'll make sure every AMA I do, I'll give updates on all this, so you won't run out of time or be you know, everybody will have plenty of opportunity. So yeah, awesome. All right, anything else, Kurt? Plug your Kurt, yeah. Plug your plug your YouTube channel. That's what I was gonna. Yeah, and put it in the main chat. Definitely, Kurt is one of our long-term supporters, and he did a series, and you just did a new one on nodes, right, Kirk? Go ahead.
Yeah, new video on nodes out now. People seem to be enjoying it. Just trying to go, you know, kind of more for people who are not only new to EMP, but maybe more new to DeFi in general, like I was just 2 months ago. And so just trying to supplement what the great work in the academy with some other stuff that may be like, oh, I don't want to ask that kind of question. Well, I'm hopefully trying to answer some of those simple ones.
For sure, man. Absolutely.
Well, Kirk, I don't care what anybody says about you. I love you.
as long as it's
Well,
as
is it the real me
I-
or the
I'm-
fake me?
that's what I was just gonna say, Kurt. As long as it's the real Kurt, we love you. It's really you. Is it really you? Yeah.
I will never tell.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Awesome, guys. Bull. Anything else, brother? I got time for two or three more. I mean,
We-
yeah. Whatever we got to do.
Pro DGen has another question, I believe.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's not really a question. I just wanted to point out that if there's any community members here that may have missed, I'm just trying to organize a like a little Twitter army so that we can help organically grow the project in general. So if you haven't had a chance or didn't hear about that, just go into the Discord and check that out. And we're also going to be implementing it into the Telegram as well. So just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, bro. Great shout out, bro. I knew I recognized your name when you first came on. So yeah, you're super involved over on Discord. So yeah, we did set up a like a Twitter raid channel over on Discord, and yeah, guys. I mean, whatever we can do to help our own bags. For sure, pro. So yeah, thanks for setting that up, man. And again, just put out the word when we're ready, and we'll spread it to all the community to get involved. So
Awesome.
yeah. All right, killer. So yeah, and I don't know, there were maybe some questions over on Discord. I don't know, Bull. I don't know if you're even on Discord or if anybody in the chat sees any questions on Discord. It's not pulling up for me right now. I can usually check it, but let me know if there's any questions I missed over on Discord.
No, I'm sorry. I'm Discord dumb, so I can't look over there for you.
All right, no worries, man. Yeah, it's not loading for me today anyway, so maybe everybody's out. But yeah, if anybody has access to Discord and sees any imperative questions that we didn't go over, feel free to write them on Telegram or on YouTube or raise your hand. So.
Looks like Randy has something to say.
All right, yeah, go ahead, Randy. Another one of our Discord VIPs, man. He's an admin over there, moderator over there. He's been killing it. So go ahead, Randy. What's up, brother?
Yeah, there was a question that I did forward to you, Bull, that was earlier in Discord. If I can remember the exact content of it, but
can you just read it, Randy?
I'd have to pull it up. I'm on my phone outside right now, but
it can be DM wise.
About what's that?
Did you DM it to me?
Yes, I did, sir.
Okay, I'll look.
All right, thanks, Randy. Anything else, bro, while you're on? Again, I appreciate you and Charlie and Joe. We have a whole nother crew. Again, all of us are part of the EMP community, but you guys have really stepped up, and appreciate your work over on Discord. We're over like 3,000 members, right? We've been growing killer on Discord.
Yeah, we're just under 3,000 right now. Like 30 more, I think.
All right, awesome, man. Yeah, I appreciate all the help over there. And again, I know Telegram can be a little overwhelming. I know a lot of people don't really like our peg dance. For those of you that have been in the community, we post about a bunch of crazy, gifs or gifs, however you say it. But yeah, I mean, that's part of the fun. It's part of our culture. We've done that from the beginning to celebrate all the boardroom prints. But we understand if it's maybe offensive or you may not be maybe overwhelming. So if that's the case, Discord is really the best spot for you. Again, Couch calls it the library, but it really is. There's a lot more info. It's a lot more organized. So you may have a better experience over on Discord, but either way, you still have access to the same info. So yeah, I just want to talk about that real fast. But all right, Bull. Anything else?
So I did find that question from Randy, and it was more of I believe a concern.
Okay, yeah.
About the Treasury controlling too much of the farm, and what are the advantages of that?
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I don't personally, I don't see and economically, I don't see a downside for that. Especially because we're going to be wielding that treasury for good. So and for space good, meaning again for the good of the protocol. And yeah, I mean there may be some short-term dilution in the farm, but the short-term negatives. I mean, even it may not even be an issue, but even if it is, it's a short-term issue for an amazingly long-term bullish outcome. So again, and to give you specifics, so yeah, I mean, putting more EMP LP may again reduce the emissions for everybody else, but if EMP rises in price, or eShares rises in price, the APR is actually more. So you're actually earning more on those LPs than you would without what we're doing. So again, it's kind of hard to wrap your head around. It sounds really confusing when you say it, but when you see it in practice, it's a lot more easy to understand. And again, I mean, the idea is by having the Treasury control the majority of the emissions, it protects itself. So we're not exposed to a 500 eShare whale just dumping EMP on our heads every boardroom print. I mean, the Treasury is able to dilute that person, or again, I mean, there's many ways that is beneficial, and as we roll it out, you'll see it in action. But the idea is having the Treasury have a large stake, so to speak, allows us to rise the tide of all the ships. So EMP becomes not only more expensive, but the price of EMP is really based on the price of Ethereum, but the liquidity is what matters, because we could potentially double the LP through this Treasury contract, and then literally you could sell or buy hundreds and thousands of dollars of EMP without moving PEG hardly at all, and that alone is worth everything. I mean, again, even if it diluted the farms substantially, which it isn't, to have that much liquidity is what matters, and that's what's going to get a lot of doors open to us. I mean, the magic number is about 32 million in liquidity. We're already halfway there, and once that happens, I mean, then we're playing with the big dogs. I mean, there could be pancake swap opportunities. There could be, A-level exchanges that get in touch. So there's nothing negative about what's going to happen. And again, the APR of the farms is purely based on the price of eShare. So if eShare doubles or triples from here, no matter how much dilution there is, you're actually earning more on the LP that you have. So did that explain it, Bull? I hope I explained it well.
It did for me. I'm going to make one comment because I remembered what I was going to say, because I said it on Lunez's AMA earlier today, that we've all heard you say that EMP is the gas in the system, and you put that in your car, and you take it to work, and you get eShare, and that's your paycheck. Well, the EMP ETH LP is the engine in that car. And the bigger and stronger that engine is, the faster you can get to work, the better your car is. And so the deeper that liquidity pool is, the bigger that it is, the more mitigation of risk that can happen. And what I mean by that is, the Treasury acting as its as a good whale is going to benefit everybody, because what it's going to do is mitigate the risk of bad acting whales that could come in the system and suck out the liquidity, and the ability to grow that pool encourages other good acting whales to come in, because the liquidity and the TVL is high enough where they can come and make profit in the system without worrying of risk, or destroying everybody else's position in the system. And the with that pool strengthening and deepening, it drives the APRs and the values in all the other farms. When that pool is protected and growing, it's true, that like APRs might go down, but if we're able to attract, as a community, able to attract 100 million in TVL or 200 million in 200 million in TVL, the sky is the limit for eShares and what you can produce in the boardroom and the other farms, and that's what we have to look for is what are the pieces that we need to add into the system, and what do we need to do in the community to make sure that people understand, like, oh, okay, look, this is how it's going to benefit all of us. And I know from day one, you guys have always said the Treasury is a participant in the system, and this is why it benefits us. And I think everybody that's been here, nobody can say, oh, gee, I've lost money in the 105 days that I've been here. I know that's not the case for me and a bunch of other people that I share like screenshots with. We're all doing really well because the team has done exactly what they said they were going to do. They've wielded the position of the Treasury and the ecosystem, and has driven profits into all of our wallets. So this is no different. It's almost identical to the Detonator, right? The Detonator is a great advertising tool to bring people in because people can win a lot of money. But also, it's great for the longevity of a project and to build, because it is that EMP ETH LP. It's the same dynamic in place that, yeah, your daily burst might go down, but what do you care more about? Like that number in daily burst, or that the detonator's around in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? That's what I care about, because I know if my daily burst is going down, I know that the project is getting deeper and stronger and the longevity is greater. And it's the same thing for this new contract that I see. I mean, maybe I don't know. I think I'm right, but I tend to think I'm always right. But I look at it; it's the same. It's the same thing in action. And I've seen the Detonator grow. I've seen nodes protect the PEG for 45 plus days. I look at this as an advertising tool, so like you said, AJ, where it can attract blue chip projects and mega whales into the project, and I love everything about it.
Absolutely. And again, I mean, we all stand for, decentralization. I think don't get that confused. Don't get, the decentralization aspect confused with the Treasury owning a large portion. Again, decentralization is important, but there's also ways, to basically, decentralization can be a bad thing if it's not used properly as well. So, and a great example of that, again, is, how many times have you seen, these smart contracts that are renounced, and then there's a critical flaw? Well, everybody's fucked when that happens. I mean, to put it blankly, excuse my language, but so that's where decentralization can go bad. And again, I mean, the new ETH contract, it's a smart contract. It's there's a lot of trustless mechanics involved, and that's where decentralization, shines. So just because the Treasury is a large holder, that shouldn't be, a reflection of not being decentralized. Again, it's about protecting everybody. And again, I mean, the more the Treasury holds, I mean, that's proven to not dump, on everyone. And, we can't say the same for whales that may or may not be in. I mean, again, human nature is crazy. So let's rely on math instead. And again, having the Treasury be a large portion of that really protects everybody. So yeah, I mean, I love the questions. I don't take it as a as a bad thing. I mean, I want to explain the best I can. And again, I think no matter how you look at the new contract. There's 1,000 more pros than cons. So yeah, absolutely. And again, I'm happy to dive even deeper into that. So was that it, Bull, or was there more to that question? Or
No, I don't see anything else on YouTube, or we're in the middle of a peg dance, or the end of the peg dance. So I tried scrolling through, and I don't think I saw any more questions in there.
Hey guys, it's Stephanie. I just wanted to say hi. It's been a while.
Steph, she's back.
What's up?
How are you?
Just got back from good. We just got back from Orlando with the family, so all is good. Anybody that's on this voice chat, I just wanted to put it out there that I'm going to be recording some new videos, so hopefully tomorrow or Wednesday. So please, I have a couple on my list already that other members of the community have asked me to create, or things that need to be updated. But if there's anything that's on your must-have list that you feel is missing from the Academy, I'm happy to tag me on Telegram, and I'll check the main chat prior to recording, and then go from there. So just keep that in mind. Anybody that's here, if you feel like there's a gap in your knowledge, or something that you wish there was a video on, or something that you feel like needs to be updated, just let me know, and I'm happy to make a video about it for you guys.
Awesome. Oh, hang on. Sorry, Steph. I'm going to be back.
That's a...
Oh, there we go. Yeah, all right. Yeah, just mute for a second, Steph. Sorry. So, yeah, no, absolutely. Awesome. I appreciate you. Again, Stephanie, one of our long-term members, she did a lot of our Academy videos. And yeah, we're working on a spreadsheet. I know Mike as well, Crypto Mike. He should be available for the AMA tomorrow. But he is working on testimonials. I know those of you that have taken the Academy, the testimonial section wasn't working, but he's updating those. And yeah, Steph, any other news or anything you want to add?
Well, I've been part of this community. I think it was day 2, but I could be wrong. But it was in the beginning phases of EMP. I've been involved in crypto for 5.5 years. I've had a ton of success with EMP. I have a lot of other people in my network that have had a lot of success now in EMP as well. I just want to thank you and the team for, continuing to show up every day. I think that your transparency and consistency it shows just such true leadership, and it's so refreshing in this space, more particularly in DeFi. Because when you spend a lot of time in this space and you kind of you see a lot of the flaws, unfortunately. I mean, there's tons of opportunities, but I also think there's a lot of landmines that people can step into, especially when they're not super knowledgeable about this space, where they get kind of tied up in opportunities that seem maybe too good to be true and end up being that way. But you've been great, and the team's been great. I've gotten to know several of the members on the core 6 team, and you've always done what you've said you're going to do. And I just hats off to you, because, the community is such a driving factor as well. But if it wasn't your leadership, I don't think we would be here right now. And I don't know if people take the time to stop and thank you for all that you do for us as a community, because, I think this is still the beginning phase, but we've already seen tremendous growth. And I believe, I really believe in this protocol, and I believe that we will continue to see tremendous growth. And I think that, the driving force is you and the commitment that's behind the team every day. So.
Awesome.
Thanks.
No, that really means a lot, Steph. Yeah.
That's all I got.
Awesome. So yeah, sorry again. I keep getting feedback on you. I try to talk and then I want to talk over you. Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate the kind words, and yeah, I'm here. My commitment is 100% related to this community. And what I mean is, like, it's all of you guys, like, everybody in the army. Stephanie's brought over some amazing women in crypto. We have an amazing women woman presence here in EMP. I think that's really unique. It brings a whole nother perspective to what we're doing. And yeah, I mean, with the army alone, that's about 40 members that show up every day to help their own bags and to help the protocol, to help all of you newcomers. I mean, the rest of the team. Again, I know I gave a lot of love to Jake in the beginning of the AMA, but the rest of the team as well. I mean, Lunas, Demi, Marty, Crypto Mike. I mean, all of us have our own specialties. And again, we are where we are because we've made the commitment to each other and to the community, and this is why we're seeing success. And again, I mean, not to toot our own horns, but what other community is doing, live AMAs every day, no questions off the table, multiple AMAs even. Again, Lunas did a 3-hour AMA earlier for the European time zone. We're here for the long run, and we think that this really has legs to become, a $billion project. So yeah, we hope all of you are here along for the ride, and you've shown that so far. So we're excited. Yeah. All right. Awesome, Steph. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too. Thanks.
All right. I think that's all the questions I see. I think there's a few more on YouTube. I'll do rapid fire. One question was, I see a FUD video from Thomas G. What can you elaborate on that? So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go into it too much. We've been over it over again and again. The bottom line is Thomas G. Is a crypto influencer. He was brought on as part of our original team. He broke the pledge that we had with each other as team members and was dumping on the community. And then he proceeded to burn his own bonds and blame it on the developer. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Thomas, if you're listening, I still have nothing but love for you, brother. Anybody that really cares and wants to go through a deep dive, there was a 40-page independent report done by the Seigniorage Circus. That PDF can be found on Discord or in Telegram. Feel free to send me a DM or go over to Seigniorage Circus. I'm happy to provide that. The results were inconclusive. They could not prove, either way what happened. So we just moved on from that, and we're continuing to crush it. But the bottom line is, the on-chain data said that he sold when we had an explicit agreement not to, and the rest is history. So again, we're in a much better spot now. Again, nothing but love to him. But when you break an oath, to the protocol and to the community, there has to be consequences. So him leaving was that consequence. I mean, we would love to have had him involved long term, but he made the decision to leave, and we're sorry that happened. But we're in a much better spot. So all right, hopefully that answered that. And then what else? Oh, One Pulse. So yeah, that's another awesome question. So we have a sister project. So we are going to hopefully go move on to the Pulse chain. Again, there's details to follow. What happens is we're going to actually be the first algorithmic project on Pulse. That's the goal. So the actual economics are still being worked out. I think that will be pegged 1-to-1 to PLS, but that again could change. But we're going to start migrating some of the community over to that. Again, EMP is still our number one focus. So don't get us wrong. But this will be another project that will again bring funds back home to the EMP mothership. So a lot of us are PLS whales. We're excited for the Pulse chain, and this is a way to not only earn but to also kind of hedge our bets. I know there's a lot of people that think Pulse could kill Ethereum, or which I don't think. I think Pulse is going to kill all the other layer twos. I think Phantom and Polygon and all of those side chains are going to be in for a hell of a run. But yeah, I think that again, between being on ETH mainnet and Pulse, we could really set ourselves up for an amazing opportunity. And those of you that are already in the protocol, you get first access to the Pulse sister project. So again, it's another reason why you want to be holding EMP, you want to be holding eShares, you want to be in the ecosystem. All of the above. I mean, that's what we reward those that support us, and you'll be the first in when we move to Pulse with this new project before everybody else piles in after. So, yeah, hopefully that answers. That was a quick fire on YouTube, and yeah, we're I think we're good. Bull, any other questions or comments?
No, I think everybody just strap in. I think we're ready for that moon mission. These guys have said exactly what they're working on and where we're going to go, and all of that has been true. And I have high hopes for the future. I hope everybody else does. If you don't, come and join the peg dance and get pumped up. And yeah, so I don't know. That's pretty much it for me. I'm super excited because I've been here since day one. I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of good people, and this project has restored my faith in crypto. That there are good people in crypto, both developing and people that are investing, and people that have common goals of building communities and projects and friendships, and that means a lot to me. So.
Absolutely, Bull. No doubt, brother. We're again. I mean, we've formed some amazing relationships. I'm happy to say that I've made new friends. And people that again I anticipate being friends with for years to come. Part of our roadmap is in person meetings. I mean, we have every intention of doing some EMP meetups. Being involved in future crypto conferences. Again, we just got to get the ball rolling and get up and going. And then over the next, again, 2-year, 5-year, 10-year roadmap, we have a lot in the works. So yeah, I second that, Bull. There's a lot of amazing people here, and we're doing things differently at EMP. I mean, legit, and that is again showing why I think we've had the success that we have had. So yeah, all right, awesome. All right, guys, I think that's it. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I think we're good. Again, if I miss your question or anybody has other questions, feel free to jump on the AMA tomorrow. Again, I think Crypto Mike will be available for the AMA tomorrow. I'll probably pop in as well, or run it if Mike's not available. I'll be around all week again because of the ETH staking contract. I'll be on every AMA until this weekend, at least at some point. So yeah, if you have more questions about that, let me know. If you are an ETH whale, or know an ETH whale, or you're in VIP, or you want access to the contract early, and feel like you've been overlooked, shoot me a DM, and we can work on getting you whitelisted. And then again, for those of you that aren't, and the rest of the majority of the public, there will be a window that we open for everybody to contribute with no minimums. Again, I think there is a minimum, but it's really, really low. And that's just again to protect the transactions of the contract. But yeah, and I'll do a separate timer when that goes live as well, so that everybody can be prepared and get in early. Because again, listen back to this whole AMA if you have more questions. But the idea is that you want to get in early as you can, to be able to be guaranteed in the next 4 rounds of earning. So yeah, we're excited. Today's a major day. Again, guys, this ETH contract is really underrated. If it can do the numbers that we think it can do, the potential is just mind-boggling. I mean, when we have a large treasury, that's like the last missing puzzle piece of the entire ecosystem. You know, when we have millions of dollars in our treasury, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in our treasury, backing the value of the protocol overall, backing the value of EMP, backing the value of ESHARE. I mean, it's just so bullish. So, all right, I hope you guys are excited about it as I am, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. So, all right, everybody, good night, good day. We'll see you tomorrow.